Ladies and gents and the rest, it's finally here. I expect huge changes in the meta in general in the game because the units that you're gonna see, oh my god. We're gonna take a look at the new family today, Moonglade, and how this new family will be implemented into the game. Don't worry, you're gonna be able to get everything for free. It's gonna be amazing. Just let's go. Okay, our first unit is going to be Cenarius. This is a hero. This is the only unit that we're gonna have video footage for, so that's what it is. So here is how he works. This is a 5 gold unit. So when you throw him on the battlefield, here's what happens. Eerie Dragon, of course, to piss me off. Okay, here's what we have. This green thing right here, everything who is inside of this green aura will be periodically healed. You will see the animation here. Yes, you see this? The kobold is being healed. Also, everybody who steps into this zone, if you're an enemy, you're gonna get rooted immediately. You will see it. So it's healing everybody. It roots for 3 seconds as soon as you step into that. Oh, we'll see. Up. You see this? I believe it's for 3 seconds. And I think it will also depend on the difference between level of Cenarius and the enemies. And also, doesn't show it here because we don't have HP bars. But when you play in Cenarius, he works just like Cairn and Sylvanas. The trait also gives a 20% extra empty HP to all Cenarion units you play. Extra empty HP is exactly what Footman talent gives you when it increases your maximum HP bar, but it doesn't give you the HP itself, right? So if you heal this unit, you will have 20% extra HP. Okay? So that is the treants. This is a talent, so don't look at it. This was just a description of the hero. Now we're going to take a look at the talents. Alright, his first talent is Force of Nature. Summon a treant when a rooted enemy dies. So the way it works is, it's the exact same piece of footage that I showed you. Oh. So when somebody rooted dies, here's what happens. It turns into a little treant. See? Boom, 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 boom. Now, here's a problem with this talent that I don't understand. Does that have to be killed by Cenarius? Does Cenarius have to be on the battlefield? Because if it doesn't, if you just take this talent, we have a roots separately from Cenarius. Remember those roots and the Starfall after that? We can summon a lot of treants out of Murlocs or chickens if Cenarius doesn't have to last hit those units. But anyway, this is how the talent works. By the way, this is level 26 troops versus level 10 Moonglade. So everything gets one-shotted, and don't think that these treants are going to be that strong, okay? So I'm just going to show you the footage to the end. Alright? That is how it works anyway. Let's just not be delusional. It's not going to be that easy. So talent number 2, Revitalize. Revitalize. Allies enter in tranquility, trigger an additional heal pulse. So when you throw scenarios like this, as soon as somebody steps into that, he gets immediate pulse of heal. So if you don't have this talent, you will only be healed, not when you step into that, but when the time comes, right? And the third talent is called Wild Growth. On deploy, root all enemies for 5 seconds. On deploy, it's going to root every single ground enemy on the field for 5 seconds. Boom, you see this? That these 5 seconds depend on the difference between the level of scenarios and level of the unit that is being rooted. I'm going to show you why. They are using the exact same talent that roots everything on the field. And watch this. We throw Cenarius, boom. You see this Prowler was rooted. Now watch this. To be unrooted, it's going to take much longer than 5 seconds, which means it's level effective. It's not going to be 5 seconds for everybody. It will just be 5 seconds for even levels. That is what we know about Cenarius. Extremely powerful. I don't know how easily killable he's going to be, because he doesn't have a lot of HP from what I see, but he does give a lot of value on the battlefield, right? So that is Cenarius. This, for everybody else, we don't have video footage, so let's go back to our, desktop looking thing. Second hero that we're gonna have is Onu. Onu is a tanky lumbering Cenarion leader. It's very important to read it. I know everybody hates reading, but this is important. Who uniquely serves as a mobile deploy zone with their leader ability Safe Arbor, allowing the player to deploy their minis wherever Onu goes. Onu also blocks enemy unbound deploys near him to keep the player minis safe, which means Onu has this safe zone just like the base, so you could not deploy unbound units into his melee range. Okay, this is amazing. The stats for Onu are right here. You can see it on screen, I think. It's going to be 6 gold, extremely fat, super slow, pretty much as expected. And for those who want to see kind of like how he works, we have Onu as a boss, and the boss has mini bosses, which I think is exactly what it's going to look like. Onu also has 3 talents, right? Barskin, Safe Arbor also grants armor for 8 seconds. So if you deploy something from Onu as he's walking, this something is gonna get 8 seconds of armor. 8 seconds of armor. I can't tell you off the top of my head if these 8 seconds are gonna make a difference, but some armored units that cannot be armored otherwise would be really good, I think. So we'll have to, obviously I would have to test everything myself. So yeah. Petrify, Safe Arbor persists for 8 seconds after death. That is great too, especially if you manage to go very far from where you were deployed, right? And from the trees, minis deployed within the Safe Arbor deal double damage on first attack. Yep. It would be cool to deploy, the triple damage Pyromancer from Ono. Bam! Did. So we're going to be able to have a lot of fun with this here, I'm pretty sure. At least it sounds very good. I don't know if this hero is going to be useful in PvE, but for PvP, it definitely sounds and looks very seductive. Now let's take a look at Cenarion troops. The unit's name is Ancient of War. It's a flexible cost bruiser style mini that uses all your current gold when deployed, but gains size and power based on the amount of gold spent. This is the 6 gold Ancient of War. This is what it looks like. That's all we have. Probably, yeah, that's it. Boom, one shot. Oh, it's level 10 encounter. Okay, so this is what this Ancient of Tree looks like. Ancient of War, sorry. The talents for the Ancient of War, just listen. It's just... If played for 4 gold or less, gain 50% movement speed. It's not bad, but, okay. Behemoth. If played for 6 gold or more, gain siege damage. Okay. I'm pretty sure we have better options for 6 gold or more, But here is the most important thing in this video. The whole thing. Lightning Rod. Redirect enemy unbound deploys to current location. Nobody knows what it means. I asked in the chat. Nobody could answer. Here's what it means. One dev, the best dev probably in Blizzard, said this. When you deploy this unit, doesn't matter if it's 1 gold or 10 gold, doesn't matter. Whenever enemy casts his unbound unit somewhere, he doesn't cast it somewhere, he throws it on your Ancient of War. It forces all the unbounds to be thrown to the Ancient of War. And like I said, gold cost doesn't matter. But that's not all. There is something that this description doesn't say. This talent also works the exact same way with spells. Yep. Sappers are coming back, bitch. So if you cast Blizzard somewhere, you're gonna cast it on this thing. So this is that spell, that dispel that we all dreamt of. It's right there, and this is how it functions. I cannot wait to test it. I hope that it's gonna be as good as I think it's gonna be. This is absolutely like, oh my god. So that's what I'm saying. You might want to hold off, spending valors on something. Have a little bit of resources, because maybe I don't know if the level of this thing will matter, and it will have to, if it has to be like super pooper, like, if it needs to have high level or something. But you will definitely have some deck with this hero in it, with this talent. You already know what's going to be now number 1 talent on this unit, right? Sorry, not hero, but this unit. Okay, so that is the Ancient of War, guys. Absolutely phenomenal. Okay. Bog Beast. Bog Beast is a rather straightforward tank for the Cenarion family, with talents that can both increase his survivability and introduce some fun synergies. Okay, Bog, Flourish. Heals received are 30% more effective, so I think it's gonna work really well with Cenarius, my god. So you put him, you put Cenarius gives him extra health, and when it's healed inside of the Cenarius aura, it's gonna get 30% more heal. So this is a new death ball. Congratulations, one more. So Drakisat and Shaman can go fucking themselves, right? I'm just kidding. So amazing synergy, right? Living Wood, gain armor until 50% health. Same thing, works perfectly with anything that can heal. Cenarius, right? He gives extra HP, don't forget. Again, really good, very simple. Rampant growth. On death, root nearby enemies for 6 seconds. This is the tank unit that was born to be paired with Cenarius, right? So all 3 talents work really well with Cenarius. Moonkin! Our beautiful, sexy Moonkin, we all love from World of Warcraft. The fan favorite Moonkin, yes, is a bulky ranged spellcaster who alternates between casting a single target damage spell and AoE spell. Really good. Okay, here's the talents. These are actually the funny ones too. Talent options. Vengeance. Taking damage increases casting speed by 50% for 5 seconds. So I guess the best way to attack this unit is poison. So you throw poison on him, and his buff is going to last like 10 seconds, right? So it's 5 seconds of poison if it's a 1 stack, right? And then 5 seconds after that. 50% casting speed. Really good. Here's a good one too. Moonglow. After deploying, your next spell gains 2 levels. It's confirmed it can be combined with Jaina. So if you have level 11 execute, you can have level 16 execute inside of the PvP. Absolutely amazing, right? And then I throw Ancients of War, and you not get shit. And you will waste your level 16 execute on 1 gold Ancient of War. Typhoon. On deploy, knock back nearby enemies. It sounds good, but we have to, like I said, we have to test all of that, because, knock back nearby enemies. How far, how quick the animation works, stuff like that, we don't know. So, you know what I'm saying? Now, how are we going to get all these beautiful units and the resources and stars for them, right? Cenarion Festival starts pretty much as soon as the season starts, and it's gonna last for 3 weeks. And the devs say, you can see this, the reading, right? You will be able to get absolutely everything that this tree of rewards has to offer. If there is going to be tree of rewards, I don't know what it's going to look like, but yeah. So yeah, we will get all these units. Obviously, probably not going to be, they're not going to be epic quality at the end of this Cenarion Festival, but this is how it's going to work. The devs said that raids will not be affected by the rotation, but DMF and Blinktron will be. So yeah, no DMF, no Blinktron, but all 3 weeks we're going to be able to work towards getting these Cenarion things, okay? And the minimum requirements obviously is 40. So you only need 40 sigils to be able to have this, to participate in this festival. And also it says most of this event will be solo player focused. I think we've asked a few times, and it's going to be solo player activity. So don't worry about it. From what I understand, we're going to be getting stacking quests, so the quests are going to be harder and harder and harder, but we will be able to earn everything that there is to earn in this festival. So it's not going to be like Blinktron or DMF. The new zone, of course, new zone, Moonglade, is a brand new I'm not going to read this artistic things, the powerful shape-shifting druids, all this stuff. You can read it yourself. It's not really, it doesn't give us any knowledge about the mechanics. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you the maps of the encounters, the screenshots that clearly show everything. So if you want, you will be able to take screenshots and draw. I like to do drawing when I make guides. So if you want to do this, I will show you all 5 maps right now. Okay. So this is boss number 1, I believe, Broomerang, this Chimera thing. This is boss number 2, Pair of Druids. This is the boss number 3, Brightwing. This is the boss number 4, Cenarius. This is the boss number 5. Probably this is the one that we need to kill. But I don't know how the encounter is going to function. We'll have to see. So how is this going to be integrated into existing mechanics? We have 6 families, but you will only have to complete the PvE encounter with any 5 families. You can pick the 5 easiest and complete the encounter with them, and it's going to be considered completed. July 14th is going to be the Cenarion Greed Week. So you will be able to do dungeons with all Cenarion units, leaders, and get your golden slots right away, as soon as the season starts almost, right? Number 3, we're going to get additional 3 tomes of experience for Cenarius units inside of our war chest. So it's the same thing, 30,000 points, but now we have 6 families, and we have more tomes of experience. No extra effort, more experience. That is all you need to know, guys. I'm absolutely super schmooper excited. I want to know how these units perform. Unfortunately, if you're not a PvP player, you don't really care because everything else stays the same. I don't know how long Moonglade will take us to complete. I will obviously do it with under level 24, so I'll try at least. Let's see how it's gonna go, because I need to make guides, right? But other than that, that's all I have for you. It's pretty good. I don't know how they're going to be able to keep up next season, but so far the game starts looking like the game that is allowed to have Warcraft name on it. That's all.